After shipping off over 600 eggplants, I decided to head on up north. Up north is where I find myself rock heaven. At least I get to call this place that since I've just been using backwoods rocks for material. The first day of mining gets messy with the corruption, which means I gotta fast forward to day 2. But before being able to head over to the mines, or move for that matter, I get visited by Clint, who gifts me a furnace. At the time, I didn't know where people normally put their furnaces. You know, whether it be outside the house, maybe inside a storage bin. Eventually I found the spot. I didn't think the furnace placements could have gotten sillier or more fire hazardy than under the table. That was until I found out that I could place one under the chair and behind some dried up flowers. Back up at the mines as I promised. There, I learned a couple more lessons. The big lesson that I learned is that my Neptune's glaive seems really OP. Like I shouldn't be 1 to 2 shotting these bad guys. It wasn't until past this episode's time when I found out that this game expected you to buy your way up the weapons lineup from the Adventurers Guild. Even then, most of the weapons there were heavily outclassed by my blue sword. Just goes to show you that the power of fishing is mightier than most of the cave. Sort of tied into the sword, I learned that I'm a bigger threat to myself with cherry bombs equipped than the combined efforts of the bad guys. Okay. Maybe the combined efforts of the bad guys, minus the infected zones. No, you fool, quit buying ore. Just go down into the mines. Although I wouldn't blame myself too much. Having 60,000 gold made these purchases seem like chump change. I also needed the ore for the tool upgrades, which I'll use for my up-and-coming farm. I don't have footage of my completed farm, but I do have footage of the farm the day before completion, and screenshots of it after. There's going to be some future alterations, but the screenshots are sufficient. Yeah, so I built my farm with the idea of style. I wanted it to look good, and on one hand, I do like the way my farm looks right now. I don't know if this is because of nostalgia though. On the other hand, however, this kind of looks like a prototype town that someone built an RPG maker. Like the scarecrows are supposed to represent future citizen placements, the fence represents the house, and the gates represents the doors to the house. Besides Scarecrow Town, my farm has another new addition, and it's the storage system. As you can see, I have some different colored chests, to which I'll store items based on their color. You know, this idea that if I wanted to get my supply of redwood, I'd head on over to the red chest and pick that up. With mining and farming covered, it's time to move on to the video's final topic, which is the Feast of the Winter Star. Yeah, earlier that season, I got a letter about this town-wide Secret Santa holiday, and according to the letter I got, I was supposed to Secret Santa Jody, and Stardew Valley told me to give Jody a diamond. Even though I visited Jody's wiki page, I couldn't remember who Jody was, or I mean what she looked like. As a result, I went around town talking to everyone. As Emily put it, my entire Stardew Valley playthrough as of then has oddly been all work and no play. That's not very fun. Actually, that's some pretty deep stuff there. As if by dumb luck, Jody was pretty much the last person I talked to. I'm not sure if editing me will just show you the sign of defeat as I talk to boys and making sure that they're not Jody, or if I were to do a checklist. At the end of the festival, I make this kitty face after my